everyone, welcome back. I'm so glad that you can join us today for our next crafting project. Today we are going to be decorating and making our own paper roll animals. So we're going to use these little paper rolls that you would use for toilet paper or paper towels and make them into different animals. So everyone's going to get a variety of supplies in their kits if you are staying at the house. But if you're staying at home, these are all things that are available around the house, and so that you can make your own little characters. So for our supplies today, we're going to have a variety of things, most of which can be found in everyone's home. And then there's a couple things that you might not have, but you can substitute for other things that you might have at home. So we're going to start with our paper rolls. So you can use toilet paper rolls or paper towel rolls. We have these little ones here. And then we're also going to have glue and paint and googly eyes. We're going to have construction paper, foam glitter paper, pipe cleaners, wiki sticks, which is going to be used for one of our animals later on, but very easily to be substituted with yarn. And we're also going to have some parchment paper, just because we're going to be using some paint today, so to try to keep things from getting too messy. So with that, let's get crafty. So one of the things that we're going to have to start off with first is to make sure that we have our paper rolls are the color that we want them to be for whatever animal we have created in the end. So for this one, I'm going to paint it pink because I'm going to make it into a unicorn. Whenever you're painting it, just make sure you're going to have to kind of do a few layers, so it takes a little bit of time because you need to dry in between. So I'm going to show you with some of the paint to get started. And here we go. So this one had about 3 or 4 coats of paint on it. Obviously I'm just trying to go for a very bright color, so if you don't mind having a little bit of the original brown kind of peek through, then you would probably be fine with just 1 or 2 coats. So I have done this with the pink, and then I've also done it with purple that I'm going to make into a butterfly later on. We're also gonna use our original brown color to make a turkey. So we're gonna have our 3 animals today, and so I'm gonna show you kind of the next steps as far as making our unicorn. So with that, we're gonna it's gonna have a few different components. It's gonna have the gold foam paper that we're gonna make into the horn. We're gonna use pipe cleaners as the mane around the top, and then we're gonna use the wiki sticks to be part of the tail. And then we're gonna finish it off with some googly eyes for the face, and then that's gonna be our unicorn. So let's So with the first thing, we're going to start with making the pipe cleaner mane around the front of the face. So with that, you're going to use some of the pipe cleaner to fold in half and use one to kind of wrap around it, so that way it can hold it together a little bit better. And then you're going to put a generous amount of glue on one side of it, and then put it on the inside of your paper roll. And then you just have to make sure to hold it in place for a while until it is set, and then we can continue on with our next step. So in the next 2 stages, I'm going to show you kind of how to do the tail with the wiki sticks. So these are sticky, so they should hopefully stick up to the back side of the our little unicorn to make our tail. So I'm going to put a couple colors together so we can kind of see all the bright colors. And then I'm also going to cut ears and glue them on the inside with my construction paper. So I'm just going to kind of do 2 simple triangles, and I think I might even use some of our extra of the gold triangles to kind of put the inside of the ears. Thing that we have to do is just kind of add the face. So we're gonna add some googly eyes, so, and draw on a little bit of face. So I'm just gonna use some glue. I'm just gonna draw on a face. And now we have our unicorn, which, I mean, obviously my face didn't turn out exactly like I wanted to, but it's still a lot of fun to do. So the next one that we are going to work on is our butterfly. So I have my purple roll, and then I'm going to start off by cutting out the wings, and then I can add out whatever little extra designs that I want to on it. If you have anything in your home or anything in your room that you can like add to it, such as like sequins or buttons or something else. I think I'm just going to use some of the wiki sticks that we have left over from our unicorn, and then I'm going to get started and just draw out 2 loops on the side that are going to turn out to be the wings. So as you can see here, I'm adding the wiki sticks, which really sticks well to the paper, and then if you press it down on the paper, it will stay pretty well. I'm going to glue the butterfly body down onto the paper. And then after this, once it's dried a little bit, I'm going to add the antenna and the face. And here, so we have our butterfly, or at least we are mostly there. Now the last stage that we're gonna do is we're gonna add the antenna. So I have a little bit more pipe cleaner here. I'm gonna use black and just kind of fold it in half, and then glue it on the inside, and then finish it off with some googly eyes and a smile. Like with our other thing that we use the pipe cleaner for, you kind of have to hold it still while it's setting. So finish the eye. And then there we go. So the last one that we're going to work on is our turkey. So I'm just going to start off with a plain colored one, and then I'm going to use some yellow and orange paper, and I'm going to cut out probably about 2 loops, and then I'm going to glue them to the back, and I'm going to cut out a very tiny orange triangle to put on the front of the face and googly eyes. And here we have our turkey. So obviously you can add a lot more of the kind of tail feathers, and you can use different colors like with any of our animals. You can use the supplies to create whatever animals that you would like. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have fun creating your own little animals. Please share whichever animals that you created with your paper rolls, or whatever creation that you are working on. And I hope you can join me next Tuesday.